Rhonda Lowry here in Middleton at the Veterinary Specialty Center, and we're here today with Karen Rigsby, whose pet has been diagnosed with cancer, and she would like to share some of those experiences. How old is Badge?
He is 9.5.
Okay. Was Badge a healthy dog before he was diagnosed with cancer?
Very much. You'd never guess that he was 9.5 if you saw him at the park or bounding up the stairs for a treat. He is extraordinarily playful, very healthy. We go on runs all the time, 5-mile runs, so he was always really healthy, very athletic. He's a great Frisbee dog. So when he did get sick, it was kind of a gradual thing, but we just thought he was growing older.
And what were the first signs that made you think something was wrong?
He'd become a little more asocial. Like, he's usually likes to be with my husband and I and always wants to be around, and he'd kind of retreated on several occasions to a different room, and he'd become a little less energetic in the morning, which is always his favorite time of day. And then my husband was scratching him under the chin one morning on a weekend and found just kind of a swollen egg-like shape in where his lymph nodes, we figured, were probably, but we didn't really know dog physiology. So we brought him to the vet hospital that afternoon.
How did the doctors get a diagnosis?
Well, we brought him to the vet hospital, and the doctor that saw us felt his lymph nodes and felt his other lymph nodes that we didn't know those locations. And she gave us the news that most likely he had lymphoma, which is a systemic cancer and very aggressive. I crumbled with that. I had not expected it. I thought that maybe just like when humans get swollen lymph nodes, he maybe had an infection that he was fighting, and he'd had Lyme's disease, so maybe that had returned, or I went through all the more pedestrian type of diseases that it could be in my mind. But she said with the x-rays that she took and what she could feel in his lymph nodes, that it had definitely progressed pretty quickly, and it was a pretty aggressive cancer. So his prognosis at that time, she was guessing, but she wanted me to confirm with an oncologist, was about 2 to 3 weeks. So it was one of the worst days I've had in a while to face that news.